Welcome to Working with Fractions. Today we'll be going over multiplying fractions. Remember in our very first video, Operations Overview, we mentioned that regardless of whether the denominators were the same or not, fractions can always be multiplied. Multiplication with fractions isn't that hard. Say we multiply 1/2 by 2, well that equals 1, and intuitively this makes sense. 2 halves make a whole. Now, if we were to write this whole problem out, it would look like 1/2 times 2 over 1. And in order to get 1 as our answer, we would multiply across the top and across the bottom to give us 2 over 2, which reduces down to 1 over 1. And this in turn is just basically equal to 1. Now let's use another example with some more complicated fractions. Say that a recipe needed 2/3 a cup of water for one person, but we wanted to feed 3 people. Now remember that with whole numbers, if you wanted to multiply, say, 4 times 3, we would basically add 4 3 times, so 4 plus 4 plus 4. It's the same idea with 2/3 times 3. So you add 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3, and if you remember our addition video, this is going to go to 6 over 3, which reduces to 2. So you might notice a pattern by now. The numerator, the top number, multiplies the other numerator, and the denominator multiplies the other denominator. It's that simple. So to use an example with just numbers, if we were to multiply 3/5 by 2/3, what we would do is do 3 times 2 gives us 6, and 5 times 3 gives us 15, and this reduces down to 2 over 5. And there you go. So if you were to have a mixed number that is something like 1 and 1/3 or 2 and 4/5, all you need to do is convert that into an improper fraction, something that's bigger on the top than the bottom, before multiplying. Say if we wanted to multiply 2 and 4/5 by 3/7. Now 2 and 4/5 is really 2 plus 4/5, and if you remember your addition from our previous video, to convert this we would find the common denominator of 5, multiply 2 by 5 over 5, this gives us 10 over 5. Then we can add 10 over 5 plus 4 over 5, giving us 14 over 5. So to think of this visually, imagine that we had 2 whole pizzas plus 4/5 of a pizza. What we can do is cut up the whole pizzas into fifths, and then we can just count up the sections, and everything gives us 14/5. Now, multiplying 14/5 by 3/7, we get 3 times 14 gives us 42. 5 times 7 gives us 35. So we have this really ugly fraction, 42 over 35, and if you have sharp eyes, you might notice that 42 and 35 are both products of the number 7. So this means that this fraction can be simplified. Now, if you don't know how to reduce fractions, don't freak out. There's another video that will help you out with that in this series. But in the meantime, let's pull a 7 out of here. And you can see that this can be rewritten as 7 times 6 over 7 times 5. Now, crossing out the 7's, we know that this fraction over here is equal to 6 over 5. And again, this is an improper fraction, so we have to rewrite this once more as 1 and 1/5. So you might notice that if we had a little foresight in our previous steps, we may have seen that when multiplying 14/5 by 3/7, 14/5 could be written as 7 times 2/5 times 3/7, and we could have canceled out the 7 on top and the 7 on bottom, leaving us with 2/5 times 3 over 1, which as you can clearly see is just 6/5 or 1 and 1/5. And there you have it. You now know how to multiply fractions. Think of the fraction bar as a kind of wall. The numerators do their thing and the denominators do their thing. No mixing. You're also prepared for tricky situations like if you get a mixed number or if you have to reduce things at the end. All in all, thank you for watching, and be sure to check out the games on Always Ice Cream and Clever Dragons to test your knowledge on this and other topics. See you next time.